So, what have we got here? Let's find a spot. Good morning, good morning. Hi, Dave. Dave ain't here. It is. It's a cloudy day. It's an overcast day. And it's chilly. I really don't want the door open, but I'll sacrifice myself so that we have a good, nice soundscape from the outside today. It's pretty quiet as always. Saturday will be a very, very busy day here in Asakusa, but at the moment it's pretty quiet out there. The cherries are in bloom, and over in Ueno Park to the left of us, and in the Sumida River parks to the right of us, there's thousands and thousands of cherries. It's been a bit chilly the last few days, so they're not perfectly wide open in bloom, but they're enough. And there's millions of trees and millions of people chasing them. Okay, today's job is, I've been busy for the past 5 minutes here before the stream came on persuading. I tried to do most of the noisy work here before we turned on the microphone. I didn't quite get finished, so we have a tiny bit more tapping here. And then the rest of the stream will be quiet, clearing work. So give me a couple of minutes to do a bit of tapping here. What's this, a fleet of suitcases? Just one? No. There they are. I see a fleet. It's the defining sound of this street at this time of day. Okay, small bit of tapping. Don't panic, don't headphones, whatever. It doesn't stop, it really doesn't stop. These are people leaving their hotels, of course, to head for the airport. So, full of shopping. There are so many hotels and hostels in this area. Alright, I think that'll do it for the moment. There's a wide area here, but I'm not going to, it's too noisy to do that right now. So let's just get some quiet work done. Okay, let's zoom in so we can find a place so you can see what's going on. Going on. Let's find that spot. Okay. There you go. So good morning again. Who's here? Who's here today? The usual kind. The paper is not out. Oh my God. What day is it today? Saturday. Okay, I got to get upstairs. Who's the Koringami? Thank you, sir. I did not get the paper out. Dirty secret. I was late this morning. Didn't get upstairs to get a shower, and I didn't get the paper out. Thank you for your reminder. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Yoisho. Thank you. Today's first chocolate egg. Thank you very much. I did indeed forget the paper. 4 packs. Oh my God. There were 4 big heavy packs. They would have had my nuts. Thank you very much. Today's first chocolate egg goes to Koringami. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is it, about once a month? I forget it. I don't know. What's my ratio these days? We sort of tend to forget it. Yeah, I got the paper out, don't talk to me. I got the paper out, don't talk to me. Day after day after day, it goes on like this. And then we have the day like today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 4 big heavy packs. Yeah, yokatta. All right, let's find some chisels. That's why you're here, right? Okay, let's get some work done. Again, this is not microscope level work, of course, but as you know, this is the way we've set this up to keep it under the viewfinder of the camera. It's a bit silly using a microscope for chisels this big. You perhaps need to find a better solution for this part of the job. because the grain here is pretty much almost flat, so it's difficult. When you've got a strong sloped grain on a block, one way you definitely can't go, and then it's easy the other way. This block, as it happens, at least in this part of it, is almost very much a horizontal grain. So both ways tend to dig in a little bit too much. It didn't matter with the carving knife, the cutting knife, because that doesn't affect so much the grain direction. But when you're clearing, it's critical. This wood works both ways. This particular. Not sure what I'm hearing up there. Sounds like somebody clearing up garbage. It's out of the camera view. Missing the chat here. What's happening here? Oh, was it garbage by the coffee shop? I couldn't see. So the garbage pickup. There's actually garbage pickup here. A lot of different ways. The one that you usually see on the stream once a week on Friday mornings. It happens again on Tuesday mornings. Is the municipal garbage pickup. We chatted about this. The residents put out their garbage in front of each building. And when you're a resident of an area like this, the garbage pickup is free. You don't pay for it. But commercial outlets like us, if we want our garbage to be picked up by the city garbage service, we have to pay for it. And we do so with seals. We go to the local convenience store and we buy seals that we stick on the bags. And they're different sizes. You get a 10-liter seal, a 45-liter seal, a 20-liter seal. And the garbage bags are measured in liters, even though they're full of physical garbage and stuff. So the deal is residents fly free, businesses have to pay. But there's a severe limit on how much you can put out. Now we're under that limit. We're just a little shop, and even though we have a factory upstairs, we don't produce a whole lot of garbage, a whole lot of industrial waste or stuff like that. So we're well within the limits of what an individual person is allowed to put out. But some of the other shops near here, for example, the Oyster Shack next door, they have a ton of garbage every day. They've got old oyster shells and all the gloves that the people wear at the restaurant to keep their hands from burning. They've got tons and tons of garbage every night. So that's more than the city office will pick up, even if you pay for it. So they have to subscribe, is that the word? Contract, to a commercial outside garbage service. And most of the restaurants on the street and the kimono rental shop next door, who also, I don't know what kind of garbage they have, but it's a lot of it. Most of the shops on the street have contract with outside commercial garbage services. And for the most part, those guys come during the night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, with a noisy truck and rumble along the street to pick the stuff up. So perhaps that's what we saw just a few minutes ago, a commercial garbage service picking stuff up. So. And we're small enough still that our garbage amount is covered by the city. We want to leave these surfaces smooth, so they don't pick up pigment. We're going to be making a ton of these prints, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these prints. And if this area out here was left rough, it would pick up pigment. coming alive for me bit by bit, step by step. Which way? Get in there, Ernie. Come clean. Oops, look at that. Missed that part in the middle there. See that? There's a small snake in the middle. Totally missed that. Sorry about ignoring the chat here. Okay, back to this corner. think that top half is done. Zoom out a little bit. The area here now I think is cleaned, everything's pulled out, nothing left but the printing zone. This is ready to be printed once we get all the blocks ready. This is the blue. It'll be the blue water. Should we pop up the original? What if there's new people on the stream here this morning who don't know what this is all about? I don't know. There's the original print, the original design. And what we've got here, I'll try and line it up. This zone here is the blue, just to the left of my fingers here. This blue picture here. These are the blue parts of the image. Blue plus lilac. There's a part here, this triangle. You see it over here. It'll be lilac because there will be a pink block also on top of the blue block. In some areas just here, these are blue, the blue water. This bar going up, this is on the blue block because it's going to be the dark brown part. Over here, the parts you see in dark brown. The dark brown is going to be made up of blue plus yellow plus the lilac color. So there's one part of this block now finished. This is for the blue, for the lower print. And now we'll get busy and do the same thing as you just saw on the upper print. You're talking about Hasui prices. I guess Watanabe is putting their prices up, so there's been pressure all across. The Hasui prints that we publish ourselves, the ones that we print from the old blocks, we have no intention of raising the current prices at all. The Hasui prints that we make here from the old blocks. The ones that we buy from the two publishers out there, Doi Hanga and Shobisha, we have no choice. They set the prices, they'll give us a small discount, and that's why they are in the shop. There's demand. It's just staggeringly high demand for these things and very, very limited supply. Not limited edition type supply, but limited supply in terms of how many printers are available to do this work at a competent level. So it's that old supply and demand thing, just pushing them up. The demand now is staggering. The people in here every day. Okay, let's get busy. This next one of these, it's more wide green area and less to chip out. So this will go quickly. And I might have to do a bit more persuading up at the top. Did I remember that top left corner that was tiny? Remind me again, where was that? Was that on this block? Where was that? That's here. It's here. We're still okay. My God, I thought I'd done it wrong. No, we're okay. The top left-hand corner is up here. So far, so good. Oh, late up this morning, eh? Late up last night, late up this morning. Okay, let's go. got an earworm bothering me this morning. You know, it's all night long. I saw a blog post last night. I use RSS. I have an RSS feed. You kiddies probably don't know what that even is, but whatever. I have an RSS reader that I use every day. If I got some free time in the evening before going to bed or something, I'll look in the RSS reader and pick up some blog entries from various blogs or websites, whatever, that publish stuff I'd be a bit interested in. And one of them last night, I don't even remember which blog it was. I don't even know what it was. Somebody published a story interviewing or talking with two guys who worked decades ago for Sesame Street. They were guys who worked for Sesame Street as songwriters. They did songs and lyrics. Sesame Street for me, we never actually had a TV in the house during the era when I had kids, so Sesame Street wasn't something I saw back in the day. Everybody knows about it. I saw bits and pieces of it here and there, but it wasn't part of my life. I mean, my generation didn't grow up with Sesame Street, and my kids' generation could have done, but as I said, we didn't have a TV. So this wasn't something that I saw every day for a million years. But the story looked interesting, so I followed the story, chatting with these two guys who were the songwriters for Sesame Street. And as part of the story, they put in various YouTube clips. You know, when they were talking about how did you get the idea for such and such a song or whatever, they put in a YouTube clip from the old program. It looks like a VHS tape, something or other. And you know where the story's going. Whatever. They showed these video clips of what must have been this songwriting team's greatest hits on Sesame Street. And one of the ones, I guess it must be the last one I played before I just said, okay, that's enough for that today, Dave, put it away and go to bed. You know, one of the last ones I played before I went to sleep was something called, put down that ducky, can I put down that duck, put down that ducky. And it was cool, you know, I mean, they had done a real good job writing the song. And whether you have respect for people writing music for a kids program or not, it's irrelevant. These guys did a really, really good job with it. So the last thing I heard last night before I went to sleep was their repeated refrain of this song. You gotta put down the ducky. And I woke up and like this thing is still buzzing through my head. I woke up this morning. Talk about an earworm. These guys are masters, absolute masters. So I'm sitting here now carving. I hear the sound of the chisel. Sitting here, the sound of the street from outside, and on the background of it, it's all going around and around and around and around in my head. You gotta put down the ducky. That's the only thing to do with an earworm, right? You pass it on to other people, and hopefully you lose it. Those people waiting for the kimono shop to open? I guess so. Kimono shop usually opens at 9. I think that's their first reservations. So the people standing there, I guess, are probably waiting for the kimono shop to open. Should we tell them? They're on TV. Where are they from? It's hard to tell just from looking at people standing still. They start talking. See if they notice the camera. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, shutter open, and they go. Chinese. The other day when Shiba-san showed up for work, she's here like 3 or 4 days a week these days, and she usually takes a certain route from the station, where common sense will, we travel the same route each day, whatever. Well, the other day she'd had something different to do. She dropped off some mail or something. She came from the station by a different route, and she came along the main arcade, the shopping arcade behind us. And when she got here, she staggered. She said, Dave, have you seen all the kimono shops? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm walking around here every night on the way to dinner, so I've seen this. And the kimono thing here, it's not just this shop next door to us. It is a staggeringly big thing here in Asakusa now. And just off the top of my head, I don't know, there's a dozen, whatever, within a few hundred meters of where we are right now, there's easily now a dozen kimono rental shops. Big ones, small ones, in between ones, upstairs, downstairs, little hole-in-the-wall shops. They are everywhere. It has become a very, very, very big business. It basically didn't exist just a couple of years ago. Some bright spark had the idea of trying it. Would people actually want to rent kimonos and prance around? And boy, they do. And it's not just tourists, it's Japanese girls. They come in couples usually, not so much high school girls, but college or past college age women. And they come and rent a higher class kimono, not just a polyester or wrap-on thing that is pretending to be a kimono. They rent a fairly nice kimono and they walk around Asakusa for the day, sit at a tea shop or go to Obakiyashiki, Hanayashiki, and stuff like that. Take their pictures, a million pictures for Instagram. And of course, it's a big, big deal among tourists, mostly among Asian tourists. It's not so big among Western tourists, although it is among some Western women. Blah, blah, blah. You'll see maybe a group of two French couples or something, and the women will go in there and rent the kimono for a minute. The guys will stand outside waiting because they wouldn't be caught dead doing that. Fair enough. The women come out and they spend 15, 20 minutes taking pictures on the street here outside, and then they go back in and change, and that's it, away they go. So they've spent their $40 or $50 to get a photo shoot, really, which they do by themselves. So. Kawaii-san, who's due today here? It's going to be, wait, that time already? Surely not, peak 54. Who was that, Kawaii-san? Who was that masked man? There's somebody looking for the kimono shop, went upstairs at my place. Whoever it was just went up the stairs to the 3rd floor. Here is our corner, our not to forget corner. Okay, I better get the chisel out. This is silly I better get the persuader out just for a minute. It's silly to chisel away this thing, so I'm going to make some noise just for a couple minutes here. We'll keep it tap, tap, tap. I won't be slapping this around. So if you get headphones on, whatever, be careful for a minute, but this last little bit here, they're too wide for doing the chiseling, so. Warning, persuader for a couple of minutes, some light tapping. Was it Suki-san? Okay, good. I just saw the back there as it going in the front door, so. It's interesting out there, isn't it? I think if I was living overseas, I'd want to watch this for a while. What's that guy doing? Into the kimono shop. Yeah. I want to watch this. All right, a few light taps here. Take it easy. Don't panic. Okay, slightly heavier taps. I'll finish off with a heavier chisel, scaling this up. Okay, that's it for the noise. Owner Sugi-san will notice her paper is a bit harder, a bit more frozen than usual. I would normally take it out at 6 o'clock, and today it didn't get taken out until just after 8 o'clock. So she might notice, so we might hear from her a little bit later. But at least it is out, thanks to the stream. How frozen is the paper at printing time? No, the freezing is gone. It just comes up to be a perfectly soft piece of paper. As I said today, because I took it out late, only an hour ago, her paper will still be very cold. As long as it separates, we'll be okay. She'll probably recognize that I was late getting it out. It's okay. Also, she's got 2 packs today. One's quite thin. One's a test of a new print coming up. That's a really thin pack. That would have, not melted. What's the word? I don't know. Defrosted. That would have defrosted quite quickly. The other pack she's got is like 100 sheets for the March-May print. That'll take a while to defrost. So she'll just adjust her work. But if you guys hadn't reminded me, I would be in trouble. Thank you. So, Tony, thank you very much. The street's really coming alive now. Deliveries. There's so many restaurants and bars and hotels. And this is the weekend, and there's no way they can take deliveries and stuff once the auction gets going in the afternoon and evening. So deliveries and stuff have to happen in the morning. Sugu-san, good morning. Did you notice today? 今カメラはここにありますし、外もあるんです。
さっき見つけた。デビッドさん、電話借りていいですか？
もちろん。
金井さんから連絡あって、聞きたいことがあるから電話をしてほしいって言ってたんですけど、
これどの電話がいいですか？
2階の電話って今見当たら、これが
グリーン印がつけて、これキャメロンさんに使うんですよ。
じゃあこれちょっと借りていいですか？
そう、金井さんが夜桜のものですね。全然わからないから。
なんかね、
それから
聞きたいことがあるって言ってた。
引き付けのものでしょ。そこまで。そうか。だからどっちか、先日青梅持ってきた時に、僕説明したんですが、すぐさんと石川さんがそのまま吸ったんですが、絵がずれてますね。青梅がもうギリギリですからできないです。
できないって？
そのまま出したんだ。金井さんに
ちょっと引き付け。
どっちにも引き付けよう。0.5 ミリぐらいカット、そうすると色はもう全部 0.5
カットできる、
かここに区域入れる、こっちの方に区域入れると、狭くなりますね。じゃあカット。
じゃあ引き付けの方カットでっていうふうに。そうですね。多分見本って言っちゃってるよね。
もちろん見本入れたんですね。
そしたら
ここに
ないか。じゃあ金井さんの絵見ながら
引き付けカットすると幅OK ですね。
そうですね。見本ちょっと見て確認してもらいましょうか。
じゃあ彼女はめんどくさいでしょ。しょうがないんですよ。
しょうがないでもそれをやってもらって、
そう色の方が誰の見本すぐさんか石川さんちょっと覚えてないんですが、でもあまり大きな違いがなかったんですが入れたんですね。
わかりました。じゃあ色は特にあれですか？問題ない？ぼかしとかもうそのまんまじゃああれしちゃって大丈夫ですか？わかりました。じゃあ
と名前プレートも入れてありますし、
あとタイトルも
それから堀氏はブルです。
ブルさんね、それ気をつけないとですね。わかりました。それ伝えとかないと。あとじゃあ大丈夫かな？それぐらいで伝えることは。
そうですね。動作多分大丈夫かな。
今回の大丈夫だったんですかね？夕日じゃなくて夕方の
夜桜。
その前の3月の金井さん大丈夫だったんですか？
まだは金井さんの髪とすぐさんたちの髪がずれてますね。で僕ワンピース作りますが、金井さんいつも
1個そうだね。そうだ。じゃあそれでじゃあ電話してみます。
今日の髪は今日フットパックでしょ、すぐさん。
そうです。
開けました。
大丈夫です。ありがとうございます。
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。
She didn't notice.
大丈夫。問題ないね。
問題ない。She says no trouble. 問題ない。あんまり感じなかった？
なんで？
僕今日髪出す忘れちゃった。Just a minute. いつも6時でしょ。シャワー浴びて出して、昨日の夜ちょっと遅くまで
仕事してたの？
仕事でやってんですが、遅くまで今日も目覚まし時パターンと7時頃シャワー浴びてないですから3階まで上がってないです。全然忘れちゃった。ストリーム準備パタストリームはいオン。皆さんおはようございますとかすぐ人が髪出しました。僕言って出してる。だから8時でしょ。2時間遅かったんです。
そうなの？でも大丈夫だった。
He didn't even notice.
よかった。ありがとう。Thank you. 大丈夫でした。ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Okay, good night. She just walked into the shutter. Sorry about that. Excuse me. She's a good one. She's really a good one. She's getting better monthly, whatever. She's just getting better and better and better all the time. We found the right balance of work to challenge these guys, to push them and then let them do some jobs that they can run through and make a ton of money, and then push them again a little bit. It's just working so well. And she's so happy to be here, and I'm so happy about the level of work. It just doesn't get any better than it. Absolutely fabulous. Were we talking too loudly? I'm sorry. I thought the mic had a clipping thing built into it. Sorry about that. Well, this was not an ASMR stream, not today. Right, back to work, back to work. Yeah, she's a good one. I really like her. And she's so happy here. I don't know if you know the background. She used to work for an unnamed other print workshop years ago. Couldn't stand the abuse and quit. And she was out for, I don't know, 12, 15 years. We talked about it in one of the videos. We interviewed her. I think it was like 15 years she was out. And actually, I don't remember how she got back to us. Oh yeah, through Kubota-san. Kubota-san had been working part-time for us, doing work out of his own home. And he knew that we were desperately short of printers. And I guess he'd been in touch with, she worked under him at the other workshop. And, not that he was responsible for the abuse. He's a really nice, quiet, peaceful guy as well. But anyway, so he knew her through the work at the other workshop. I guess he must have said to her, look, there's this guy out there, there's a foreigner, he's got a publishing company and whatever, and they're looking for people, and do you want to try it again? And I guess we heard from her later, she said, no, I don't want to get back into that business. No thanks, I've had enough of that woodblock printing stuff. Who could take that kind of crap, And he must have just told her, look, that's not how it works over there. They're just looking for people who can do a good job, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So she came over, and of course we grabbed her right away. We didn't know really what her capabilities were, but we'd give it a try. Sure, come on over, we'll throw some work at you, we'll give it a try. And she didn't actually do well for the first, few months, for the first half a year or so. That long break of 15 years had really taken its toll, and she hadn't really been a master craftsman level, even, before that. So it took a while for her to get up to speed, and neither her nor I were really confident that it was actually going to happen. But we were easygoing with her. We tried to stage the work carefully, and we paid her for the bad stuff anyway. And she gradually came around, and then she kept in touch with Kubota-san, the other guy, and he really helped her a lot with hints and chats and pep talks and stuff. And she did. She came through, and she is really super productive for us now. Getting better all the time. Just nothing else. Just good news all the way around. And she's a cheerful kid too. Really cheerful. Reliable. And we're really lucky too in her partner. She's married, she's a guy, he's a salaryman somewhere. I've never actually met him, he's never come around here, but we're lucky in that her partner isn't one of those guys that comes on with that, my wife, blah, blah, can't work, because, she actually makes more than he does a lot of the time now, because she's so productive. And sometimes we've had this before, with the Japanese male partner, that gets tough for them if their wife starts earning more than they do. They seem to have trouble with this sometimes, and we're lucky in that either she doesn't tell them or he isn't that type. I don't know, I've never met him. So. Who's next? Kai-san, good morning, hello. Is it getting that time? Are we okay? Time 9:17. We'll finish this up. There's no reason to quit here. We'll finish this up. So there's our corner that we were afraid of chipping off. It looks like I got through it, thanks to help from, get by with a little help from my friends. Thank you very much. We got through that. Now what's left? Oh yeah, one over here. It's not cleared yet. Wrong way. Are we done? Is that all cleared around here? Oh no, bottom row here. Look at this, last line. So what's the schedule here? This is Saturday today, Saturday morning. Tomorrow morning we'll be here, same time, same station. Starting at 8 o'clock, and I'll be covering, I think. I don't think there's any sizing streams coming up today or tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. As far as I can foresee it at the moment, tomorrow's stream will be just here at this bench. We've got 2 or 3 more color blocks to do for this print. So tomorrow's work will be pretty much similar to what you've seen today. Good morning, Kai-san. Hello.まだサンディングやってないです。そう。ここにも多分まだキャメロンさんの部屋にまだサンディングできてないものもいくつか。僕先日火曜日カットしました。今だんだん在庫が少ないですから。今日その時間ないと思いますよ。Yesterday was parties right from the beginning, right to the end. We had to have another one at 4 o'clock yesterday because of the demand. Also, that reminds me too, it's nothing that will affect the stream today or tomorrow, but coming up over the next few weeks as we move into April, the party demand has been extremely high. I mean, higher than ever before. And there's been quite a few people who have requested early morning parties. So as we move into April, we're going to have some interference with this stream. And on at least 3 days, maybe more. But maybe let me just check the schedule right now. On at least 3 days, maybe more, there's going to be morning parties Twitch. Hey. Let me pop open the manager page here and have a look at this. We've got morning parties scheduled, and that's going to interfere with this stream on some days in April. April 1st, Monday, Soka, not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we'll be here as normal, and Monday we have a morning party scheduled at 8:30. So Monday stream will be short. Monday the 8th is another morning party. Wednesday the 17th is another morning party. We're going to get more and more requests for these over the next couple of weeks at our peak season. So we're going to have some interference with these streams. What's this? This is Kawai-san. That must be Dei-chan going upstairs. Good, good, good. It's the Mokohankan staff whip. Staff.
結構まだありますね。
まだありますよ。でももう春作る時間ないですから、僕火曜日いっぱい作ったんですよ。Okay, there we are. So we don't do April Fool's jokes here. So no, we don't do that. So anyway, tomorrow's stream will be here normal. I'll be carving here, just doing the same thing you've seen today. Monday stream will be a shortened stream because we have a print party. Then Tuesday will be off, and I can't see any farther than that as far as what's happening. Okay, I haven't had a chance to see much of the chat today. I'll have a look at it when I'm eating my lunch, or perhaps later when I'm eating my dinner. Thanks for joining in. It's been a bit of a quiet, not too much happened stream today, but got some work done, which is the main point. See you tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for joining in. Who's that? This is fun. I could watch this. Thanks again. Bye-bye. It's a common scene, eh? A guy hanging outside the kimono shop, and we know what's happening. His lady is in there getting changed, and in a minute she'll come out, and away they go. But guys don't do that so much. Anyway, gotta get going. Got to do some work. Talk to you later. Thanks very much, guys. Bye-bye.